Alright everyone, Old Timer Mad Tom here. Today I'm going to be doing a review of the Creme frog lures. These lures I have in both the large and the small. And in this review I'm going to talk about the price, their packaging, their durability, their fishability, and the most important part is, does it catch fish? I'm going to be testing that on a couple of ponds, but disclaimer on that is everybody's local fishing hole is different, and just because I can or can't catch fish on these lures doesn't actually measure up to whether they're a good lure or not. Now let's get into the review. So the price on these lures range from about $1.50 to $3 depending on where you pick them up. You can find Creme lures at Walmart, Bass Pro Shop, and other outdoor warehouses. Now when it comes to packaging, I think Creme could do a better job. Up front is okay, kind of an older style with some various panfish and a bass on there. This is what I dislike. On the back, we have the classic clinch knot, how to tie it, but it also has just the instructions with speed it up, slow it down, make it seem scared. Which, with these lures being so cheap and being sold at Walmart or other like large stores, somebody that's new to fishing might be attracted to one of these due to their price and their somewhat realistic appearance. So with that, I think Creme should maybe put a little bit better instructions on here than just make it look scared. Now I've opened the small brown frog package. You can see underneath is just a white belly. The feet are in this like squatted position. I'm going to thread the hook through here. This is the hook that comes with. And overall, it feels like a okay bait. However, the limbs definitely felt like I could easily pull them off if I wanted to. I'm not going to do that here. I'll fish them for a bit and see if the fish will pull these off. So I got both of these open, and I rigged them two different ways. Again, maybe the packaging should have instruction. This one I rigged with the hook on top, hopefully to make it weedless. The question is will this even land upright or downright, regardless if I cast it? So decided to test it. I rigged this one underneath. This isn't really truly weedless, but if these float properly, it should keep the hook out of the weeds. Where this, if there's any shallow weeds, it might snag on here. Let me get the big one open. So I'm going to show you something. When I was opening this one, I've noticed it is currently stuck to the cardboard. I'm not sure if that's going to affect it, but I did want to film it first. Now with the small ones, the packaging had like a little enclosed plastic cubby that the lures sit in, where with the big one, it was just the outer shell. Let's go ahead and get this off. Now these haven't been in the heat or anything. They came from the store to my house, and so already, and you can see that, zoom in there, just a little dent. Let's see if I can get the lighting adjusted. Yeah, you can kind of see the dent it took out. And here on the plastic, it still has some of the rubber, so already a little dissatisfied. I don't think it's going to overall affect it, but I think you can package your lures better than for them to be stuck on a piece of cardboard. Now we can also talk about some of the features on the big frog. Here's this. It's got these a little more realistic rear feet compared to the small ones. It's also got these googly eyes that they're pretty on there. I'm not going to try to pull them off, and it comes with its own weedless hook with the weed guard, and maybe it could be threaded down further. I'm not sure. Kind of indifferent, but looks a little goofy, but maybe the fish don't mind. So we'll fish this and these little guys. Now I can see this has got a little bit of weight to it. I feel like I can cast that pretty easily, where these, I'm going to have to use my ultralight. I'm going to use it on both regardless, just to help me cast these, and that's the rod I have. But overall, they're cheap lures, so we'll see how they do. Well guys, I've been fishing this retention pond here and several other ones, and unfortunately I did not catch any fish. Oh, there goes a great blue heron. No fish on the big frog. I did unfortunately lose it on a snag, but I had several fish kind of like bite its legs and stuff. I didn't catch anything with it, but I'm gonna try the small frogs tomorrow, so we'll see how they do. Overall, I was pretty happy. I had a bunch of fish following the frog at least, so I think it would work, especially if you're one to use a frog a lot. All right, everyone, put the smaller frog on, and I missed the first one, but it's a little hard to cock and reel in, but there we go. First bass on the mini Creme frog. Not a giant by any means, but definitely think the large frog was too big yesterday. A little green one. I missed one earlier. A little slow on the hook set, but the second one's not so lucky. So we're gonna let him go. But I'm gonna call this a win already. So, all right. So my big concern with the little frog was how far I could cast. I have this little ugly stick, and I don't even know what reel this is. Probably can Shakespeare of some sort. My one on this ugly stick dock runner broke. I'm gonna zoom in there. So, to be honest, I could get the big frog just to maybe not 10 feet farther, but gives you a good idea of. It's a pretty good little cast. I think if you were on any, like I said, small pond, you can get it to about where you want, or kayak fishing or whatever. So just running some, I think it's 4-pound test too. So castability is still good on these little frogs. I've noticed a little bit of wear and tear on this thing, and I had one more fish blow up on it, but missed it. So 3 fish in about 30 minutes, pretty good. I'm gonna keep fishing and for another maybe 15-20 minutes, see how I do. But overall, I'm pretty happy with these cheap Creme realistic frog lures. So I wanted to fish this little section of creek, and a little green sunfish decided he wanted a clean release too. But little green sunfish wanted a bite to eat, so works on panfish and bass. Overall, pretty happy with the lure. As you can see, definitely isn't the most durable bait. It's torn, but you could always run it through the top again. Get probably about 5 fish on this before it's ready to be tossed. But for $1.50, it's a pretty good lure. I'm happy with them. I would recommend buying them. Have a good day.